In this video I'm going to finish making the crankshaft and do a trial assembly with the loco. So this is my setup for turning between centres. So I'm just starting to turn the diameter that fits the wheel, which is 7/16, but the rim are actually cut slightly over size. So in metric we're looking for 11.12 to 11.13. So we're at the moment 11.75. Okay, that's 11.13, so it's pretty much there now. So it's got a slight taper, so that's 10.015. That should be good. .02. So we'll just give it a try on the wheel. Yeah, that's a nice push fit. Maybe slightly too tight, but that'll be fine. Yeah, that's a nice push fit as well. It's just a little bit nicer than the other side. I can live with that. So I've got the chuck mounted back on the lathe, and I'm just going to polish up the journals. We need to get these down to 9.9 or 9.8 to 9.9. So we've got more 3mm to come off. So I'm going to lap these to a finished size, but we'll just get rid of most of the roughness first. So I'm initially just going to stone it. Turn the lathe on. Give it a bit of polish with 350 wet and dry. Make it wet. Okay, that's at 10 millimeters, so we've got 0.01 to come off. It's cleaned up very nicely. So I'm going to use some 3 micron diamond lapping compound. Just put a little bit on that. I've got these little aluminium lapping blocks from a previous job for 10mm, so I'm just going to use these. So the idea is you just squeeze these onto the shaft. The lapping compound will embed itself into the aluminium and coat the material on the shaft. Just using a little bit of alcohol. Spread that out a bit. So we're getting a lot of black sludge there, so that means it's cutting quite well. So we're at 9.995. I think we're pretty much there. So I'm just going to finish off with a final polish. This is 1/4 micron diamond compound. Yep, that's nice. Dry a bit of oil on. I think that'll work just fine. So that's all the lapping done. I had intended to make these pins protrude, say 0.05mm, a couple of thou, and file them down, but unfortunately I've made a bit of an error. On this particular one it actually is recessed, it's not quite, it's below the surface. A few thou, couple of 2 or 3 thou, so I'm not going to be able to file it nice and flush and clean. So what I thought I would do is I'd take a skim across there on the lathe, say actually go back about 0.5mm or so, and make it kind of a feature, and that would blend the ends of these pins into the material. Just touch on. So this is the finishing cut. Oh yeah, it looks good. I think that'll polish up nice. So that's the crankshaft complete in terms of assembly and machining. So we've still got these spaces in between these two webs, the purpose of which was to align the end shafts with the central shaft and also provide a spacer between the webs to get this gap correct. So the final job to do, apart from some filing and polishing etc., is to cut out these spaces and hope that nothing moves too much. So I'm just trying to check to see how much run out there is in the centre of the crank. It's a little tricky because of these eccentrics. Okay. So at the low point there it's reading 0.26. Try and keep these eccentrics out of the way. Whoops. So at the high point it's reading 0.1, so that's 0.16 run out, which is about 6 thou, I think. So it's offset by 3 thou. That's not too bad. Would have liked perfection, but you can't have perfection. Okay, so I've mounted on the axle boxes here, so I can rotate it. So on this side we're getting probably, let's see if I can zero that. Okay, I'm getting 0.1 and a little bit, 0.12. 1 second. Try not to influence this at all. Yeah, let's say 0.1. That's 4 thou. Try the other side. Try that. It's within 0.09, 0.1 here. That's within 4 thou. It's running pretty nice. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. The last operation to do is to file the ends of these shafts flush with the inside of the web. So to give me a bit of a filing guide, I've put on a toolmaker's clamp. So the bars on this toolmaker's clamp are actually hardened. So I've got them set just proud of the surface on the inside face of the web there. So I can use quite a coarse file and just get down to close to the surface of that web and then just finish it off with a fine file. So hopefully this toolmaker's clamp will stop me from badly marking the inside of the web. But we'll just take our time, give it a go. Okay, we're getting pretty close now. Close enough to take the clamp off and finish it with the fine file. You can see that the toolmaker's clamp's done its job. It's kept the file away from the face of the web. So we'll just use this fine file to finish it off. So it's not looking too bad. I'll do a bit more polishing. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like and share. Thanks for watching. See you next time.